put in a light of ridgeline? Are you nervous? You shook up because you don't know what the hell you're doing? That's okay. What a monkey's here to help. Okay, so you got a Warbonnet hammock. You want to switch out the suspension for a lighter weight suspension, probably some whoopee slings or something else, and probably get rid of the Amstel ridgeline for something lighter like 1.75 millimeter Zingit, which I'm going to install now. This is your standard adjustable webbing suspension. Now when you're looking at this thing initially, you're thinking, wow, this bunched end, if I take the suspension off, the bunched end's going to unravel and it's going to screw up the entire hammock. But that's not the case, but I'll show you later on. So when you actually look at this thing, you'll notice that it's actually put together with a series of lark head knots, which is really simple to take apart. So kind of slide the lark head knot through the webbing. That's basically it. Now you have the ridge line, which is also connected with the lark head, and that unravels. So that's it. Now you notice the bunched end doesn't come undone because there's actually some black cord tied around it, so it will never come undone. So let's now switch in the whoopee slings and the ridge line. Now this knot, actually you're able to push items through a hole here and it will come out the other end. I find this is the best way to attach a thinner ridge line. What I'm using here is those portable eyeglass fixing tools. It's relatively smooth. It has a hole at the end, so I'm able to tie the ridge line to it and pass it through very easily, and it's nice and thin. Use anything that kind of is about as thin or thinner, and you're able to maybe attach the ridge line to it. Now just take the tool, slide it through. This takes a bit of work, and then pull your ridge line through. Do the same thing on the other side. Okay, now you have your whoopee sling. There's two ends to a whoopee sling. There's one long end that is used to attach to tree straps with a marlin spike hitch, and then there's the other end, which has the drawstring for the whoopee sling to increase or decrease the length, and the attachment side. Take this attachment side and wrap it with a lark's head through. Make it nice and tight. And then with the ridge line you just have right there, pull it through the ridge line. And there you go. Your whoopee sling is now attached. Your ridge line is now attached. And that's how freaking simple that really is. Okay, say you weren't too happy with the whoopee slings. You'd rather go back to the adjustable webbing suspension or the other suspension, the tree line strap suspension that Warbonnet has. So how do you put it back together? It's relatively simple. I'd say use the same method that I did for the 1.75 Zingit ridgeline that I put in on the other hammock. Take your tool that you're going to use, slide it through, and pull out the ridge line all the way through. Now you'll notice, because the original ridge line has a very thick knot, it's not going to pass all the way through the hammock. That's fine. Don't worry about it. You're going to take your suspension, lark's head it like you did last time. Having difficulty because this camera is on. Alright, anyway. Pull it through with the lark's head. Okay? I like to have it where the lark's head is going to lock in, kind of where the hammock's going to be laying. So if this is the opening, I kind of want to have the lark's head right about there. Now you have your ridgeline. Run your ridgeline through the buckles and run it through again. Pull it through. Now everything's nice and tight. That thing ain't coming off. And your stock suspension is back on. There you go. Well, there you have it. Now, you're probably going to ask me, Water Monkey, why the hell would I want to switch out my ridgeline and the regular suspension anyway? Well, the main reason is save some weight. When I weighed out the 1.1 single layer traveler hammock on my scale, it came out to 14.6 ounces. That's with the suspension and the hammock. That didn't include any carabiners or any other Dutch clips or anything like that. Now, when I switched out to the 100-inch, 1.75 millimeter Zingit ridgeline and the Dynaglide whoopee slings, I reweighed it. It came to 10.5 ounces. So you're saving yourself 4.1 ounces, which is about a quarter of a pound. So that's the real reason to switch it out. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope this helped you out if you're trying to switch out your suspension. Keep on trekking. Water Monkey's here to help.